Hello, guys. I don't know if anybody's going to jump in. I just messed up with another video to try to go live. I pushed the wrong button. I have fumble fingers at times. I was coming up to go ahead and discuss what has happened in the past, I guess, 24, 36, 48 hours or what have you, however you like to phrase it, and just kind of address some of that. So on Thursday, I was on Savage Live's panel. You know, they asked some very good questions. Sierra ended up jumping up. We were able to put a little bit of information out there. It was kind of nice. Then, after we come off of Savage's channel, then of course, a little bit of drama got brought our way. And I wasn't down with how certain people handled certain things. So instead of just ignoring this young lady and how she decided to handle things, me and Sierra kind of got miffed because her version of the truth versus ours does not match. As you can see, if you go over to Jenny Jen Jen, it was hashed out over there, so there's no need to really get into it too much. It all played out on YouTube for everybody to see. She made it very difficult for me to tell my story. She wouldn't allow any truth to be played, but that's neither here nor there. Just because me and this girl bump heads with how we look at things and how we handle things, I don't want to take anything away from her story, and try to undermine her or anything like that. So, I did want to discuss that even though I have a personal issue, I shouldn't have used this platform by it, because her popping into other chats and allegedly doing certain things or not, if y'all's heard the videos, seen the videos, y'all heard the clips, that's just not something I want to do. I don't want us as women to tear each other down. There's been enough infighting in the chats across different platforms because of this man. Here, as victims, we don't need to fight each other. And, I fucked up. Hey, this is new to me. I've never dated a man who's cheated on me with several women. I do want to say hi to everybody in the chat. I don't want to try to type a message as I'm talking to my push button and accidentally end the stream. So I like to say hi to everybody. Thank you for coming in and joining me while I just kind of touch on this a little bit. So, it's easy for everybody to say that I'm handling this wrong. I shouldn't be putting Jimmy's business out there. Well, you know what? It's my fucking business too. If I want to talk about it, I can. I shouldn't drag this man. Well, I think women need to know what type of man they get involved in and what situations, they might put themselves in. Am I trying to take Jimmy's channel? No, I'm not trying to take the man's channel. The man's got to hustle. If he lost this channel, he'd be back up on Jams TV hustling. He's always going to have a hustle. You can't take that from him. But what I do want to bring is just awareness of the lies, the deceitfulness. He's already building his channel off of, missing kids. And he's exploiting that to a degree, especially when he's going on these trips just for a hookup versus actually getting, any real truth, trying to seek any truth. And, you know, there's that, so I didn't tune in a lot on the evening streams, because once he left Jams and started perusing this with Dolly Vision, like it wasn't my thing. It's not what I'm into. It's not, all this fighting on his channel and where he was fighting other people and multiple other people. Like, I just didn't dig it. I didn't get down with it. I work, I have my own house, my own kids, a family. and stuff like that. Well, Rapper Kid J can keep posting about me because when we go to court, it's just more proof against Jimmy. And, I've got his comments where he stated Jimmy's paid him and stuff like that. So in the long run, like I told Jimmy, his own decisions is going to be his own doing. So, I'm dealing with all that. I've got it's just something I didn't focus on too much, was his YouTube. So where everybody's like, oh, you didn't know? No, I have a whole real life outside the fucking internet. I'm a normal person. I usually sleep at night, I got to get up in the morning and go to work and be able to be up and cook dinner for my kids and, do that 9 to 5. Jimmy didn't do that 9 to 5. I kind of do. So that's where some of that, you know, is happening. And then I got not just one girl, but two girls drop in my inbox. And then I reach out to some people and I get more stories. And I have more people who drop in my inbox. And it's just like, I'm so disgusted. So it's like, am I going to let this man break me? Or as this female who brought this truth to Sierra and then eventually talked to me like, oh, we'll stand up for injustice and we'll expose, Jimmy Jams, Dolly Vision, Jimmy Williams, however, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this because this shit's pretty fucking disturbing. I'm sorry. And like, the more that I'm finding out, the more that I feel he does need to be exposed, because I do have a feeling that this is going to go a lot deeper than any of us are giving him credit for. Some of the stuff that I'm hearing and stories and stuff, it's like I'm kind of almost at that point. I can't put nothing past him. I'm not trying to defame his name or anything, but, some of the stuff I'm hearing, it's a little wild. I mean, even the stuff he admitted over at White Rabbits, he could sit there and have a line of 700 women and bang them back to back, and nobody is going to say anything to him because he's a man. And that we all heard Sierra's recordings from him. That was just a fraction of what we heard. And he's like, oh, if y'all are surprised by that, I'm a hell of a lot freakier than that. You're going to hear worse. There's worse out there. So, like, he's admitting this behavior. So, I mean, there's no telling where it goes. We can just see a succession of it progressing. Um, so then it's like to have somebody I feel just, wasn't truthful with the things she said to me. I don't want to call her a liar, but, apparently miscommunication, however you want to phrase it, that, it's like she's telling me one thing and doing another. And, if we're really walking this walk, to kind of expose Jimmy. Not that I'm gonna be doing this a year from now with him or anything like that, but I want there to get some good exposure, excuse me, until we're done with our court issues, so y'all can see how this all played out, and then finally, maybe after that, then y'all can truly make a decision. Everybody can make a decision on him. Again, I'm not asking nobody to hate him. I'm not asking nobody to unfollow him, but I'm just saying, if you're going to get in a personal relationship with them, guy, girl, does it got to be dating or just on any type of level, to just be mindful that he manipulates, he's deceitful, he's a snake oil salesman, he's going to charm you to get what he wants from you. And so I do feel there needs to be light to that. I do feel these people that are donating thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for them, that that money needs to be used to really support or bring understanding to the story. Like Sierra says, he doesn't even share a victim of or a portion of his proceeds to the victims or the victim families or any foundations or anything. That really bother hers with that. And let me see. I'm sorry. Let me see what it said in the chat. Packing up sips. So yeah. So okay. I just seen somebody mention that. So yeah. So to have somebody who just wants to go victimize women's in other chats, I don't feel right with the doxing. That's not something I want to be part of. I mean, you look at my protective order, it says no 30-party contact. I'm not going to go in no other content creators room and create havoc and disruption. You know, yes, I went on Bullhorn Betty's page and I left some snarky ass comments, but that's because she came at me as a snarky ass in some text messages. When she wants to cry victim later, those might come out. But yeah, so I'm not trying to tear down another woman. I'm not trying to come at another woman in chat. I'm not trying to jump in anybody's emails and try to expose Jimmy that way or anything like that. I'm really not trying to play that game. I'm trying to make a message, have some truth out there, you know, take it and run with it how you will. Hate it, love it, like me, dislike me. You know what? I'm just going to put it out there. You make your decision from there. But then to have somebody who I don't feel has the same intentions as myself, you know, that's just not somebody I can run with about that in here. And talking about Lolo, so yeah, the other night when me and Sierra was streaming, you know, this is like I put at the end of Jenny Jen Jen's, you know, like this is my real fucking life. Like, you know, here I'm being bashed for the way I handled somebody I felt was kind of snaky, but yet you're a victim with me and supposed to be standing next to me and supporting me, but you're being snaky to me. I'm getting dragged by how I'm reacting about that. I've been to the magistrate in Virginia Beach. I've been to the magistrate in Chesapeake. I've been to a court date in Chesapeake. I have another court date in Chesapeake. You know, this is my real life. I keep finding out new stuff over and over. This is my real life. So if anybody tells me, oh, you're handling it wrong or they don't like how the fuck I'm handling it, you can gladly step in my fucking shoes and you can live with this and you can deal with it. And then let these bitches drag you and tell me I'm not supposed to have a fucking voice. I'm doing something wrong. Shame on you as a fucking woman. I'm the only real girlfriend who has a fucking story to tell right here. You know, and unfortunately, here's Miss Sierra who had intimate relations with him, and who knows how many more there are. I might. It ain't my business to say. So anybody who wants to come at me that I've handled this wrong, or you know, yeah, maybe me and Sierra did. We got a little messy, you know. It's like we felt a certain type of way. We went up on the live, and you know, yeah, somebody said we sounded like little hood teenagers or you know, little middle schoolers. Well, you know what? Y'all fucking get and walk in our shoes. And you know what? We sat there and we clowned Jimmy. We answered questions in the chat. You know, if somebody doesn't like it, you know, we are healing the best way that we can. We're healing the best way that we can. I'm doing the best that I can. And here he is, you know, in his chat. I've got the protective order. He can't come by me. I've got the protective order. I've got custody of the dog till October 11th, Lolo. And here he's in chat threatening that he's going to come get his dog this week. And all his viewers will see that he has his dog. So now I have to worry that this motherfucker's going to come to my house and God knows do motherfucking what. But I'm handling shit wrong. I'm not doing things exactly the way that I fucking should. You know what? I didn't know Miss Manners wrote an etiquette book on dating a sexual predator and the best way to handle it. So I've got to sit here wondering if he's going to come knock on my door, send one of these crazy fucking brainwashed broads that, you know, will do all his dirty work for him and send him my way. You know, so I'm sorry, I'm a little stressed because here I'm dealing with all of this in my real life, right? Okay. And then I'm trying to do that public service announcement on behalf of all his previous victims, all on behalf of the victims he's now victimizing. And hopefully I can prevent any more victims from the future. But I just want to give, like, you know, that warning label that's on like a curling iron that says, don't use this in the bath. You might electrocute yourself. Well, I'm trying to be that little warning label to Mr. Jimmy Williams. And I'm trying to put it out there just what type of a man he is and what links he will go to destroy somebody. So by the time, if people don't believe me now, by the time all this plays out, it's going to be all out there. I'm going to make sure it's all out there for y'all to see. So I'm going to put it out there because Monday is just 2 days from now. We're going to help establish Mr. Williams' pattern of deviant behavior through the years. I am bringing a real life interview of somebody who played in a band with him and somebody who knows him and somebody who's doing a special favor to me because he'd like to kick his fucking ass. But if he can drag him on YouTube and help any more ladies not go through the hurt that he's seen that I've gone through for the past 2 years, he's doing me that fucking favor. And y'all can see that this is not just something new. This is not just something that started. This is not something that's going to end. So we're going to build a timeline for everybody. And then we'll just keep going from there. And as people come out, Miss Sierra had somebody drop in her inbox last night and share her story of how Jimmy has victimized her. Me and Sierra didn't get into it too much because I was on my phone handling my own phone calls, having a little bit of decency and normalcy and filling my girlfriend in on remember this and remember that. And this is where we're at now. And this is what I'm doing now, you know, because it's nice to have y'all on YouTube that support me. But, you know, it's nice to have a girlfriend that I can confide in here on what moves I'm making and get her advice. So I'm going to, I guess, jump to these chats real quick and just take a breather with everything that I spoke on. Um, Holy shit. Let's see. So it says he's talked about already hiring an attorney. Um, I don't know if he hired an attorney. I know when it came to stuff like that, going to the doctors, he wasn't much on setting really any of that up. Like I helped him find his car insurance. I set up his doctor's appointments. So, maybe he did hire an attorney. That's great. I got a victim's advocate through the city with his extensive criminal risk history with my documentation. So, if he's got a lawyer, good for him. I don't think it's really going to matter much though. Um, am I cool with Free to Be? You know what? I've seen Free to Be in the chats over the years. I've never seen her participate in any drama. I've never seen her be nice and sincere to anybody in the chat. So, like, I don't know Free to Be personally or anything, but she's always seemed like a decent person. I've never had no beef with her, and I don't believe she's ever had any beef with me. So, um, yeah, they were dismissing my feelings taken up for that girl. But when I asked, replayed the video clips, the female decided, oh, if you play them, I'm going to leave out the stream. Anytime I tried to tell my story, she made sure she talked over me. You know, we didn't just come at her just because there was a history and a pattern. Boom, 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 boom. And then it's like to get these messages dropped of I took this action here and I took this action here and no, hell no, I don't want to be associated with nobody messy. It did cause me to get messy, but I don't want to lose my credibility by standing next to someone who attacks other females. Like, I'm never going to go in another live and go attack a female just because of something that might have happened 2 minutes ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago. Like, if you're in that live and I'm not feeling you and I'm not feeling that live, then you know what? I'm not going in that motherfucking live. Like, I'm not doing that, you know? So I'm just trying to kind of stand on that positivity vibe. And that's where I feel bad, that we did talk about her the way that we did. We should not have. We should have just stayed doing that in private. That was uncool. But at the same time, that's just not how I walk and that's not my character. And I wanted that to be exposed. Let's see. Yeah, the female creators can't attack me. There's always going to be somebody to drag me. But like I've even said, House Williams, God bless her. She is just dragging my ever living soul. My little ass is all knotted up with the rocks from the fucking concrete and everything. You know, she done dragged me so hard. But God bless her. Because you know what? As long as she's talking about me and people are tuning in, then they're listening in about the story and they're listening in about the drama. And they're most likely going to Google it and go to another channel and get some more details on it or something like that. So as long as people are talking, people are listening. As long as people are listening, you know, maybe if even just 1 out of 1,000, we just catch their ears and enlighten them. Hey, that works for me too. So, let them drag me. I really don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, this is real, the internet. This ain't my real life. Once I log out of YouTube, I never really have to hear from nobody on here again. So I don't care if they attack me. Yeah, it's a little disheartening, but it is what it is. Everybody has sides. Everybody believes stories. You know, hey, opinions are just like assholes. Everybody has one, and some of them stink. Yes, I've had many messages in my inbox stating that yeah, that she's been sharing this story for a long time. But you know what? I can't even hate on that too much that she's sharing the story because God love her, it got to me. So like I said, on Jenny Jen shows yesterday, God bless her for that. I respect her and have the appreciation that regardless of whatever the intentions were, that it was still brought to me. That I knew going forth as a woman what I had to do. you know I'm glad, you know for the first few days where me and her and Sierra were constantly on the phone just talking about things and just hashing them out and building timelines and just being sounding boards and stuff. Now the rest of what she's done for everybody, I can't speak what she's done for everybody. I just know how I feel about my situation. And, if I'm not feeling right about somebody, especially right now, I'm hyper focused on energy. And if the energy's off, it can just boogie on away. That's fine. The breaking the protective order about threatening me on the internet, stating that he's gonna get Lolo, that's probably a fine line. Um, no, it is just talk on the internet. He is an entertainer. He is a YouTuber. I'd rather not waste law enforcement energy on that. I was hoping to hear from my victim advocate yesterday, but I did not. So Monday morning, I'll be calling her and I'll be discussing everything. And maybe if she advises me to go file something, then that's what I'll do. But October 11th is a week away. So I'm just trying to make moves that I know have been legally sanctioned, about things I can talk about moves that I can make, you know, and I really don't want to waste anybody's time, especially the law enforcement, to maybe make a mockery of this or something. It's the weekend, Hampton Roads got a lot of shootings and shit, so the cops are needed elsewhere. Again, like I said, I'll find out Monday. I'm sorry, I'm just blabbering on about it. Um, yes. Yeah, people should be pissed at Slick Jimmy and the Beast team at the net floozies are as much responsible, but the true blame is all Jimmy for not manning up and telling you he wanted out. Exactly. That's exactly my point. Like, it's not like he just cheated. Like it was multiple women. He didn't have to be in a relationship with me. He didn't want to be with me. He could just have his out. It was simple as that. I wanted those people, hey, this isn't working. Cool. We still got this business arrangement going. I can still get paid. Like I make the soaps at my house. My son could have dropped them off. I could have paid my son a couple bucks to go drop them off, pick up the new stuff, whatever. Like it didn't have to be messy. I totally agree. It didn't have to be messy. Just like with Sierra, you could have said, hey, honey, I'm just passing through. I'm going to just hit it and quit it. You don't talk to somebody for 2 years to just bang them once and boogie on out. And on that note, that's another thing about victim shaming. Like, yes, some women should know better than to send their nudes, but it's I guess the thing of the times now. But it's like we can't victim blame the women for, maybe having faith in a man and trust in his word and his character that he demonstrates and acts out on TV. We can't victimize them because this woman's only doing it with one man that she has put trust and faith into. He's done it to several women. And nobody's holding him accountable. Hell, the other night on his stream, I was told, he's playing off of it, that he has all these women and what a big man he is, and to womanize him, and he's got another seed and a this and that. At least he's being honest though. At least he's kind of owning like this is how grimy he really is. But he still needs to have some accountability with all of this because he's really hurted a lot of people. He's treated like crap on that panel. Yeah, Lindsay just pissed me off when she wouldn't shut the fuck up and let me talk. But it is what it is. I think in the long run, we both just hashed it out. I support her going forth and telling her story. I'll root in the crowd for her. I'll like the video, discuss it. But, you know, ever picking up the phone to say hi. Yeah, no, I think we're kind of past that. Let's see. Yeah, she is with me 99% of the time. Even for all the internet sleuths, I went ahead and unprivatized some of my Facebook so they can see the timeline of how much she's with me, that I was an active part in his life. So, I can give these little internet sleuths a little bit of bait to go work and do some digging. Um, they were watching. I'm sorry. Oh, don't let Dolly be homeless. Dolly's not going to be homeless. He's not going to lose his house. The only way he'll lose his house is if the city repossesses it or something, or, oh, God forbid, maybe it's condemned. But, he has no reason to be homeless. He owns his house outright. He's got the deeds. So I'm not sure where he's going with that. Yeah, let's boo hoo, woe is me. That's what he's got to do. Um, Let me see. I'm sorry, these fucking, like I said, I got fumble fingers. Miss a lots of people got that, girls. Yeah, I've heard that. Um, some of these women are out to get their 15 minutes of fame. That's not my thing. See, I'm 47. I've been with Jimmy over 2 years. Like, I've just never been on the YouTube. He's asked me to like call in and come in on the panel and shit. I voiced a Lolo for President video one year that I made. And it's just really not my thing. I didn't mind behind the scenes. So like I kind of got put at, oh, what are you trying to build a channel? Like if I am, fucking, and what? But no, that's not really my point. My point is just to bring exposure to this and enlighten people. It's a warning. He's not going to marry you. You're never going to move in with them. He's never going to love you. He don't even love himself and respect himself to just be honest for himself to just live a more peaceful life. Um, yes, Sarah, and that's exactly, you're not getting involved and you're not taking sides. I'm not asking nobody to pick sides. I know there's some people who will tune in to watch me. I know that, and right afterwards, they might tune in to watch, Jimmy. I don't care. I'm not that type of person. It doesn't got to be all in or nothing. I'm just happy for the people who have even just tuned in, even if they don't believe it, just to hear my story and to maybe think about it, maybe put somebody else onto it, like, hey girl, didn't you say you dropped in your DM? Maybe you might want to go over here and check this out. I don't know. I'm not asking nobody to pick sides. I really think you need to watch your back. Well, okay, my little Glock, 7th generation, her name is Eve. She is locked and loaded. All I got to do is pull it back if he decides to act a fool in my house. But my son is sleeping out on the couch with his Glock. That's a fifth generation locked and loaded. So if he tries anything, he'd be pretty fucking stupid. So, and I mean, really, there's nothing else in real life he can do to me or try to take to me other than cause me physical harm. You know, I'm not the one making thousands of dollars a night. I'm not the one who's made over 20 some $1,000s just in YouTube royalties in the past month. Like, I ain't got shit to steal or take, you know, but I pray to God it doesn't get that route. But I mean, you just never know for him to be on a live saying he's coming over here this weekend. So yeah, we're prepared just in case. Um, yes, I do have a restraining order. I had got the temporary one, the emergency protective order. I was in court on Monday and got the preliminary protective order. We go to court on October 11th for the permanent protective order. So I'm going to ask for an indefinite one because, you know, a restraining order may expire, but crazy doesn't. So that's how I'm kind of trying to look at that. Um, let's see. Deviant sexual behavior is a huge red flag. Yes. Yes, I'm going to agree with that. That when you're just running through women, you're lying about it, you're having girlfriends, you're having sexual exploits, you're having one night stands, and the behavior is just getting worse and worse and worse. Yes, that is a big red flag. That leads me to something I seen on another video stream, but we'll get to that here in a moment. I'm just trying to. I'm not drinking, so that's good for somebody to say I'm slurring my words. I'm not drinking. I might be a little high, but no, no, I'm not drinking. Uh, thanks for you trying to knock me down. Yeah, ha, nice try. Yes, he does prey on older women, especially if he knows they have money. He preys on the older women that way he can, you know, use his boyish good looks and charms to get in good so they make fatter donations. Let's see. Yes, the YouTube beef became more important than the missing people. I think some of the YouTube beef that he has created, it happens when women, he's had a falling out with the woman and she wants to come forward. So, you know, for example, like he was beefing with Savage. You know, maybe he picked that beef with Savage to say, hey, if anybody sends any crazy messages and anybody sends any crazy text messages, emails, anything like that, you know, it must be from Savage's camp because, you know, she's crazy. She's out to get me. So I wonder if some of that YouTube beef might be a cover, like smoke and mirrors that he's using to cover up some of his behavior. Yes, he did start treating the OGs like crap. As a matter of fact, Tammy, I reached out to you on Facebook today. I don't know if you got that or not, but yes, that's why a lot of the OGs aren't in the chat. They don't like the new format. They don't like the new Jimmy and all the drama that's come with it. You know, it's kind of sad. You know that so many people had rode so hard for him. So many years of sharing his videos, tuning in for the videos, trying to have their friends watch the videos, sending in donations, doing things for him, like helping with the stories or thumbnails or just anything he asked that, you know, everybody helped him believing that he was trying to do and build a good thing. And then to shit on him, it kind of, yeah, it's kind of shitty. Um, let's see. Yeah, so with the YouTube third party with the access and stuff, again, I'm just trying to wait till I speak to the victim's advocate and see what she says, how I should follow through. Because again, I don't want to make this any more messier than this is. I want to make sure all this flows just as easy as it could be already. It's in my favor because I'm not full of shit. I am not lying, people. I have no reason to come up here, drag myself, let other people drag me over some lies. You know, I've showed receipts. I've showed receipts of our relationship. I've showed receipts from the court. I've showed receipts from other women. Tomorrow, I'm going to, probably tomorrow evening, I'm going to go ahead and make some soap tomorrow, get some footage together of that so y'all can see I'm not lying about that. You know, again, why didn't I leave? I did leave, Rapper Jay. As soon as I found all this shit out, I left. Are you kidding? What am I supposed to say? And oh, yeah, when somebody puts hands on you here or there, you know, and then they apologize and they say you love them and they were just having a bad day and it was just this and it's just that and it's not every day. Sometimes you fucking stay. You know, it's called love. As you get older, you know, you'll probably fall into love. You know, you'll probably put up with a little bit more bullshit than you might normally put up in the name of love. But don't ever fault nobody for staying because they loved somebody too much. Don't make me act like a fool. Ask him why the fuck he ever put his hands on me. Ask him why he had to go stick his dick in so many bitches. Ask him why he's filming people without consent. Ask him why he's piggying off the back of missing children to go on vacations to fuck Bullhorn Betty. Why is everybody asking me questions like I'm the fucking bad guy? Why is nobody asking him? So, next question. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, some of the women in his chat are very nice. You know, I befriended some of them. I even reached out to some people, you know, from the new Dolly Vision channel. I've reached out to them asking, you know, hey, is the reason you disappeared, is there a story to it? Is there more to it? And things like that. So it's just crazy. Let's see. Yeah, good at trying to talk over people. Yep. That's because she didn't want the truth to come out. And here, let's talk about Rapper J and sexual deviant behavior. Now, we discussed on the live, I've since privatized, so I want to put this out there again. When he started chatting with Sierra, he told her he was 42. Okay. When he started chatting with that other chick, he told her he was 38. He said he was 10 years younger than he was. That's creepy. Why? Why do that? And then let's keep it real. Here he's befriended Rapper J, and not saying nothing bad at Rapper J. I know Rapper J's just in here trolling me because Jimmy paid his money. Rapper J's, if I fucking gave Rapper J a donation, he'd probably be on my side trolling Jimmy. You know, that's just what it is. I ain't gonna hate the little man, you know, because he's still a child, you know. He's maybe just turned 18, maybe just turned legal. But how long has that friendship been that Jimmy has had with him? Maybe 5 years. So that put maybe Rapper J at 13, 14. Jimmy at 43, 42, 44. Why the hell is he befriending a teenager and private messaging him, paying him to do dirty work? He's exploited this child, a child. You know, like it's just weird. Like his exploits just have no end. We'll just say that. So at the end of the day, Rapper J is, you know, just another victim. Rapper J, you said kidnapping is illegal. I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you're referring to Lolo, I have court ordered paperwork that I have custody. So I'm not sure who you're trying to say I kidnapped, or are you trying to imply Jimmy kidnapped somebody? Did he try to kidnap you? I mean, I'm not sure where you're going with that. Um, let's see who's, yeah, there you go. Tammy Lolo was kidnapped. Tammy, if you go back on the video, you'll see that I've show with my preliminary protective order that I just got Monday that the judge issued me custody of Lolo till we go back to court. So these allegations of kidnapping are just bogus. We'll just say that they're bogus because I have the actual legal paperwork. Um, anyway, You saw a pic with Jimmy with the AK. If anything happened, that little gun won't do anything, and that event didn't threaten him. Okay, so Jimmy had that picture of AK, what, that he took out in Las Vegas. That was probably his sister or her old man's gun. Jimmy didn't fly back with the AK. Jimmy can't even purchase a handgun. Jimmy's not supposed to be in possession of a handgun, even though Jimmy is of a brass 380. And hey, if Jimmy had an AK too, my son's a proud member of the NRA. We got one also. So, like, you can keep talking shit on his behalf, but, we stay locked and loaded here. We got a nice ass little gun case. Um, keep your story going without anyone else but Sierra. Yes, me and Sierra we've really bonded over this, where we've talked about other things other than Jimmy. So it's really nice to have somebody that, even though it's considered trauma bonding, that knows what you're going through, that you don't have to explain it. Because at the end of the day, it is pretty fucking embarrassing. I haven't told a lot of people around here because yeah, it's embarrassing. Imagine having to tell my boss that, like, I've got to miss work because I've got to go get a protective order because, my boyfriend's a sexual deviant. Found out he's screwing around on me, screwing around on all types of people. And now he wants to come home and threaten to kick my fucking ass. So, yeah, that's really embarrassing. So it's nice to have somebody where, you don't have that judgment with them. Yeah, nobody's shooting anybody. Nobody's shooting anybody, but I hope that Jimmy doesn't do nothing stupid. I really don't. Um so are me and Sierra cool? Yeah, we spoke earlier. We spoke every day since this happened. We spoke about shit that we're having for dinner, about kids, shit like that. So, she really is. I know she seems a little wild. I was telling her, like, in the chat, she went and watched the replay about everything. And, like, some people in the chat were coming at her about what type of person she is. But, at the same time, when we were up there clowning the other night, we knew it was entertainment purposes, shits and giggles. Like, let's laugh, let's make light of shit. What else are we going to do? We're doing everything we can by trying to give this a voice. What are we supposed to stay up all night at home, crying to our pillows? No, let's kind of laugh it off just a little bit because, it takes some of that stress away. And, if we can talk about it and laugh about it, then when anybody else tries to drag us and laugh about it or anything, we've done took that power away. So, yeah, we're pretty cool. Um, Yes, we're just discussing safety. I did not threaten him. I won't go ahead and, because I look at it like this, guys. Sierra told me that Monday. Jimmy had already been gone for a week. If I was going to do anything to harm this man, I would have went to his house. I could have went into studio, jumped on, got his password to his computer, jumped on his computer, went on his Facebook, went on his YouTube, went on his Instagram. I could have went and put this all out there, but I didn't. I had to pray on it because I was just so thankful that he wasn't home when Sierra told me, because I would have put my hands on him. I would have went to jail. I wouldn't have had any credibility to bring this story forward. So all in good time and in God's favor, everything happened the way that it happened because that's the way it was supposed to happen. And I still have faith that as this unveils and more comes to light, it's all going to be in due time. It's all going to be with God's blessing. That's why I don't want it to be messy. That's why, I shouldn't have came with that video after that female. I should have just said, you know what? I don't like this bitch. I'm not going to fuck with her. We didn't have to go online and broadcast it. I'm not, again, not trying to take nothing from her and her story. And, I kind of did. I hope I didn't invalidate anything. That's why I'm throwing it out there. But yeah, I want everything to just be smooth, just like White Rabbits received so much flack for how things were handled. And I don't think that's right either. I think she was looking out for friends. The friends turned around and I'm thinking maybe bit them in the hand. Jimmy came up on her panel so nonchalant, a little bit rude, uncaring that the Anissa, is that right? Anissa is no longer friends with Bullhorn Betty. She got burned in all of this too. So it's like for everybody to come at her again, she had faith and confidence that Jimmy was who he said he was. That this content creator was on the up and up, and she got burned too. I don't think nobody should come for her. I want to say if anybody missed it, we did the panel with Savage. I thought that was good. I thought, they gave respect to the situation. There's the real rant room with Hopey Dopey. She's doing some awesome coverage, just trying to expose all content creators, now who are just abusing their platform and everything like that. So, you know, everybody's just got to keep on watching. Oh, so I'm almost at, let's see, the end, I think, of all the questions I think that I'm trying to reach. Uh, Trying to get them all to see if I missed anything before I go to this next topic. Um, yes, I do want to use this a little bit as a stepping stone. We were going to start me Etsy or something to sell the soap. Jimmy encouraged me to venture out on my own. So again, I still have God's blessing to do it, just a different platform that I'm going to be using to have all that support. So, do I want to be a drama channel where, I'm talking about content creators? No, I want to lift people up and the world, it's what we make it. So we can wake up and choose to have a good day, or we can wake up to have a bad day. And let me tell you, with all this shit that I'm dealing with for it's almost 2 weeks now since I found out that it's taken every fiber of my being and to wake up and have a good day, to handle my business as a grown woman, to handle things legally here in Virginia, and to expose him as is necessary on the internet and in real life. There's more content creators that aren't even in this genre that have reached out to me. There are some locally that want me to do interviews. I'm doing a little bit at a time. I'm not trying to overwhelm and burn all my bridges and everything too soon. Sprinkling out a little bit at a time. Let some people do some research. Let them go back and match up dates or pull up videos, because truly at the end of the day, some of this YouTube community, oh my God, they are the best detectives that can just find anybody's dirt, period. So, I'm hoping some of y'all go out and do that and try to bring, maybe you can just see what I'm backing up, back up what I'm saying. Yes, I am doing okay. He does not care about his subs. That Turtle Island is the biggest damn scam to get some money. Uh, let's see. Yeah, Dolly does need to be held accountable. I do totally believe that. No, I look at it, let Rapper J keep making things worse, In the long run, he thinks he's helping Dolly Vision, but he's just, giving me more proof in the pudding. So, um, shit. I feel like almost as soon as I get you get kind of caught up with these damn chats, there's more coming up. Okay. You are being played. Oh, I'm just gonna. Jimmy isn't famous. People do only know him from YouTube. Yes. And so, like, let's just put this out there where he talks about people have stopped him walking down the street. I have never seen it. And he says it's happened once. And I was with them the one time on January 6th when we were up there filming, which turned into the insurrection, which, oh my God, because he did a lot of coverage on the Proud Boys and Donald Trump. We did meet one Trump supporter up there who couldn't like remember his name, but you know, the intro and stuff like that. He was like, oh yeah, that looks kind of familiar. So, okay, Rapper J. Um, yes, after his purpose, he does throw them to the curb. Uh, y'all can hit the like. Y'all don't have to hit the like either way. Yeah, that's what you know, about the Anissa and the White Rabbit. You know, they really thought they were doing the right thing to help some friends. They just got caught in the crossfire. They got the backlash of it. I don't think it's fair to anybody to act like they're not women's. You know, they didn't know. And you know, I just want to make sure that's clear enough that, you know, for somebody to come at White Rabbit on Sierra's behalf, trying to make White Rabbit feel even any worse for it. Sierra's already said she wasn't upset with White Rabbit. You know, we let White Rabbit know we appreciate her too. So it was just a little disheartening for somebody to go in and kind of stir that up. And it's just upsetting that anybody's coming at her feeling any type of way. But unfortunately, you know, that's the internet. You always need somebody to new to hate on. So, you know, at least hopefully in the meantime, as people are hating, they're tuning in, they're watching her, they're running up that clock, watching her ads and you know, helping her get her check. So if that's what hating's all about, then everybody can just hate away for all, you know, for everybody who's talking about this. You know, let's see. Uh a poll on the channel. Did I know Jessica? No, I did not know Jessica. I guess after her, I know there was a chick named Michelle. I never met her either. Um, you know, trying to put a little bit of a timeline together. Like I'm not trying that hard. I'm writing it out with the pen and a paper and no shit like that. But let's talk about it. I'm sure there's enough people out there who are that are piecing it together. You know, that is one thing I can say about the other girl, that she is truly working on a timeline and filling in blanks and everything like that. So, you know, again, everything happens for a reason. Is there a story about Jessica or something? He was probably crazy to her too, because, you know, all his ex girlfriends, he says they're all crazy, right? I don't know about y'all. I'm friends with quite a number of my ex boyfriends and stuff like that because I am a good person. I am very loyal. Um, so it's easy to still remain friends, you know, just because y'all got together, things didn't work out. It doesn't mean you got to be enemies. Doesn't seem like Dolly has any friends that are exes. Oh, I know. And this and white. Oh, okay. Shit. I'm probably way behind on that one. Sorry about that, guys. Um, sorry for the quiet. I'm just trying to. Yeah, so Bullhorn Betty said she didn't care, didn't she? And she wasn't Jimmy's keeper. She also said she didn't care he had a girlfriend. She also said she didn't care how the fuck I feel. She also laughed at me, told me I was a fucking liar. Oh, fucking well. So yeah, when she gets burned and decides to play the victim by all this, you know, no, you knew what he was about. I came to you the same damn day I found out, and you decided to pretty much say fuck me. You were content to have him in the bed. She's admitted that I did reach out to her in July, that I did come at her and let her know what was going on, and she still decided to carry on. So you know what? Whatever she gets, just shame on her. You know, I hope when she finds out and it happens to her, she drags the hell out of them. But, you know, That's one at a time. Oh, I'm sure y'all hear little Lolo in the back. Okay. Did he leave? Anissa's a good person. Oh yeah, Anissa got all the receipts too. You know, when Sierra said, "Oh, Anissa likes some proof," I blew up her phone with everything, just everything. Betty couldn't lie to her and say, "Oh, she didn't know." Betty couldn't lie and say this. Betty couldn't lie and say that. Nope. I sent them all the receipts. Um, yeah, the YouTube ads about dollies. You get them because he puts them there. Any other YouTuber can put those ads midstream also. What they do is they help generate more revenue. Most YouTubers you go on, you usually get that first ad or two at the beginning. You click it, you're able to enter the chat and go on. And then sometimes once a YouTuber takes down their lives after it's monetized, he can go back in and also throw commercials after the fact. Well, you have more gain if you know you're going to have about 3,000 people who are going to watch it when you're live to throw up those ads every so often. So I don't know if the option is where you say, "Oh, let me throw the ad up every 15 minutes," or if you get to push the button where you want the ad to be, where maybe it's something he can use as a distraction. I don't know. Maybe somebody might be able to answer that. I really have no idea quite on how all that works. I can set up a YouTube and set up the page. I can edit a video, splice together some music and stuff. But like some of the nitty gritty on it and the basics like that, I have no idea. Yeah, and again, I see about this one. I agree, I don't think anybody should be bashing anybody. I don't think none of us females should be bashing any of us. We all are just casualties of this war. We're all just collateral damage in this game that Dolly's playing on YouTube. So yes, this one. So I made a comment in the video and someone got really upset. And I wasn't trying to take away from any other people who had lost anything in the hurricane or dealt with any homeowner damage or flooding, losing their roof, their cars getting smashed by a tree, to make fun of the hurricane and anybody else affected by it. But I thought it was funny because when I called Bullhorn Betty and I left my voicemail, I said, "You motherfucking home wrecking whore. If you're gonna fuck my man, at least own it." So then I think it's kind of funny now she's on YouTube saying her roof blew off, her home is wrecked. How ironic she got God smacked that quick, with karma. But then in one of the videos I seen somebody post it, she still has power because till she goes in her bedroom, her ceiling fan is running. So she doesn't need a generator. She got power. She turned all the shit off when she's streaming, but she fucked up when she walked into her bedroom and the ceiling fan is running. Whatever. The chick, God bless her. That's all I can say. God bless her. You know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Tammy, someone said that on, oh God, was it Hopey Dopey stream, I think? Maybe. I don't know. It was on somebody's stream. Somebody had came up there. Oh, it might have been Savages. That somebody came up there and said that they had drove by her house and her roof is fine. She didn't lose her roof. There's no damage to her house because there's other people that live down there. I don't know. I do believe it was Savage's stream. She did really good with the interview for anybody who missed it to go over and check it out. Yeah, she lies her ass off to other creators. Come on. She just lied to her subscribers to go on 4 fucking vacations this year on their dime. She has no soul. Like, she has no problem to lie. It's all about the money for her too. Her and Dolly are two peas in a pod. Let's just watch the show from the sideline eating popcorn. I'll throw in a little commentary and we can watch them both just burn. because that's what's going to happen. Oh, let me stop. Shit. Um, okay, so now here is something that was brought up on Jenny Jen Jen's live. Um, Someone had mentioned about a moderator that's in Jimmy's chat. Now, I tried to ask some questions about who this person is and, what they did. The other girl said she would reach out to me and let me know. Yes, of course. You know, I don't know if she did. I swiped her off my Facebook Messenger and, I'm just going to walk away and just pray and wish her good luck. And let's just keep making this movement. So then I reached out to somebody else I know who had an altercation with Stony Stone Stone, I believe is his name. Somebody who had an altercation with them, hoping that, they could give me the rundown. But at the time, I don't think that, I don't think they really wanted to speak about it. But from what I'm understanding, he's got some sick predatory relations. Maybe that he has friends that do some grimy stuff, or he just does grimy stuff. Does anybody in the chat know that can just throw me a bone so I can go deep dive? Other people can go deep dive. Because what I was told, it was on the internet for us to find. But being that I'm not a YouTuber, I just really don't know where to look. So if I'm getting the information of where to look about what type of character this Stony Stone guy has, that that it's out there and it's just nail biting information. I want to make sure that my little non YouTubing ass can find it, and that if anybody else wants to look, that they can find it also. So if anybody knows about the Stony Stone Stone, maybe wants to drop it in the chat what this alleged drama is regarding him. So maybe I could do some research and come back and do a little chat on it and the connection he has with Jimmy or something. If there's a story here, let's use this platform and get it out. Oh, so you think he's a past felon? So that means he's probably got a criminal record that would be easy to find. So, Stony Stone Stone, does anybody know what his real name is? I'm pretty good Googling some stuff up on the computer. Not as good as most, but I'm pretty proficient in finding what I need to. Tammy, I haven't spoke to the Glare. I've been very particular on what panels. I've only been on 2 panels other than being here on my channel. Because, Jimmy has showed me that I can't trust him. And so another victim has showed me I can't trust her. So I've been very leery, being that I knew going into Hopi Dopey's panel that she has been victimized by him also. I felt very comfortable that there would be camaraderie there. I felt the same way with going on Savage's live, because she's been victimized by him also too, that there would be that camaraderie there. So I'm not just going to any content creator, talking to them, trying to share my story, because at the same time, even though I fucked up the other day, but I do really want to keep the credibility to this. If I'm going forward and we might be able to expose more, maybe more people might come forward. I want to make sure it stays credible. As long as it's credible, maybe more people might listen and more people might truly hear and digest what's being said. Let's see. I've never watched a Glare. I don't know. I guess that's the one. I heard somebody tell me that's the one that Jimmy calls Baby Gap. I don't I don't even know what the man looks like, honestly. Uh, just all that drama and stuff like that, that in fighting between channels, it's never been my thing. So, um, you are constipated. Take a laxative. All right. Maybe I'll try that. Thanks for the advice. Huh. Stony Stone was a radio show at one time. I heard he made me a mod before I found all this out. Oh, Miss Tammy, it seems might send me some information. I think I read that right. Tony Dodge. I just did see another content creator doing a episode regarding Tony Dodge and some of his escapades. Oh, I cannot think of their name right now. Eli, I think, is the host. Though, stay away from male creators. Yeah, see, again, I'm very particular who I'm giving my story to. Now, I am going and visiting certain content creators that have the like mind to bring Mr. Williams down. Like one of them is the Spank Bank. The Spank Bank has been around a long time, and I know he doesn't just troll people just because he doesn't like him. If he's trolling you, it's because you are very much a shit person and he has a good reason to pick a bone, to grab that bone, run with it, and do what they're doing. There's also another content creator, I do listen to because out of anybody really has no dog in the fight and really kind of give some sound advice for the viewers on maybe where to look and things like that. Like, so it's kind of nice to watch some content creators talk about it also to just kind of help it keep it in perspective for me, you know, to know that I'm still getting dragged. It still does help keep me humble some to just be mindful of my place and my platform and to keep me in check. So yeah, I got dragged a little bit on Jenny Jen Jen's. I think I might have gave her one too many Jen. Um, Yesterday, but at the end, speaking as women to women, I did kind of fuck up. That is what it is. I own it. There's not much else I can do. Some people say I still need to earn their trust or their respect back, build my character to them. I really don't have to. If you're not a victim, then my PSA really doesn't matter. I'm trying to reach out to the people who I can prevent getting hurt. That there's not another woman crying over him. There's not another woman feeling some type of way. There's not a woman who might be exposed to a possible STD. You know, that's yeah, okay. Yes, about other things, I'm trying to. There is somebody I have spoke with who would like to maybe have like an hour or so, a little bit of time each week to come on and have their own little show. I'm cool with that. Again, I don't need to be in the limelight. I'm not trying to be in the limelight. I didn't grow up and say, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. I feel that I've got this platform. And if I have this platform that, yeah, let's bring it other content. Let's give other creators the opportunity to come up and maybe grow their platform or just, what have you. I'm not quite sure where it's going, but we're kind of figuring it out, maybe. I don't know. Just honestly, right now, for real, I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. Just rolling with what the day takes me because I know the good Lord got me. Universe is knows where I'm supposed to be. My ancestors are protecting me. You know, I'm praying on this daily, so I have faith with what I'm doing and where it's going. So as long as I just keep listening to my instinct. Hi, Vinny G. How are you? Um, Hi to everybody else in the chat that maybe has jumped in since I've last said hi to the chat. Um, I appreciate y'all for coming over. Even the people who want to clown on me, want to hate on me. Thanks for coming in, because you know what? You're getting my watch time hours up. So come on in and hate. Pull up a front row seat and, hate all you want. I don't give a damn. So, uh, let's see. Tony Dodge. Yeah, I'm trying to watch on the sidelines and stay on my own platform. I don't think I'm going to do any more female panels in the area really regarding this situation in case unless a bombshell drops. Then, I'm going to scream it from the damn rooftop so everybody can run with that bone. But yeah, I think I'm just going to try to stay on here for the most part, though. I'll still maybe go visit, drop a line in the chat, show some support. But I'm don't need to go on somebody else's panel to be told I'm handling my fucking life wrong. Okay, well, if you were in my shoes, what the fuck would you do? It's so easy to tell a victim how they should handle things. And that's where I got pissed, because I never told this girl she had to have a timeline. She kept telling me what her timeline is and reassuring me of things that set things in nature. So I don't want to be victim shamed no more on somebody else's platform. I don't think that was quite their intentions. Um, I still feel kind of how my own, I felt like I had my truth heard. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night when she shares her story on the channel and how that goes. I'll be there, I'll watch, I'll support the channel, I'll support the victim. I'm not a hater like that. I got too much love in my heart, to try to pretty much try to cock block anybody and their blessings. That's not right. That's no. Um let's see. I don't know what I'm missing. These. So I don't know. He used to mod for Dolly. Yes, I did hear that Stony Stone used to mod for Dolly. I don't know what the whispers are about him and what they mean. If there's some type of story there. Is there really story? Is it just juicy gossip? Is it hearsay? I'm trying to get to the dirt of the story, because we've got all these women coming forth and hearing their dirt with their connection to Dolly Vision. So now we have a man of ill repute that's connected with Dolly Vision. Is that connection? It was a mod. What was their gossip? What were their charges? What did they get in trouble for? Like, that's I'm looking, I'm looking forward to all that good stuff. So yes, Sarah, y'all do need to get your channel back up. Y'all started Sarah, CC, and Georgia Peach all started a true crime channel back in the day, long before Jimmy even ever thought about doing true crime, where they truly researched a case and they put the facts forth and shared their opinions. One of their, what's that case with the little missing girl out in Indiana, y'all did a story about that Jimmy tried to cover too. Y'all did a really good story about it. And they got a lot of coverage and a lot of facts. Since they've done their story, of course, a lot of new developments have come out. But yeah, they really had something going there too. So that would be great if they brought their channel back, because you know what? They're not going to be asking nobody to send some titty shots to get a wrench. There's that. Sorry for being a smart ass. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Yes, tall girl. I know you're not a hater. Um, you probably wouldn't be saying something in the chat and trying to be polite if not. Yeah, that you got to be cautious to anybody you support, because on this internet, I mean, everybody could just be being themselves. They could be playing a role. What is somebody's true intentions on the platform? Is it to troll? Is it to entertain? Is it to be messy in the drama and gossip? Is it really to put forth true news and true content and stuff? You just never know at the end of the day. you know I knew some tactics about Jimmy, but you know a lot of y'all have been on this journey with me as I've been finding things out about him that, at the end of the day, I don't know this man at all. When people are like, oh, I think at the end of the day, he still loved you. Do you? Do you really? Because no, I don't think so. I was just disposable as the next one. You know, I was just playing a role in his little mastermind game, also of the next one. And that's another thing I want to address. When I was on Jenny's panel yesterday, I was saying, it's all kind of like a game of chess, being strategic with my moves. And what I mean like that is, you know, how much have I already fucked him up with my videos and my lives, that he's just talking more and spilling a little bit of shit here and there and just kind of hanging up himself up. Like when he was on the live, it was told to me the other day that apparently he did admit finally to me making the soap and that he paid me for it. um some of the different lives he's been on and streams, he's misconfused. Am I the crazy ex-girlfriend? Am I the bar whore? Am I the psychotic dog watcher? So yeah, I feel it is kind of like a game of chess to come up and expose some stuff and talk a little bit and ruffle his feathers and get under his skin, because he's sloppy. He's already been sloppy. He has so many lies, he can't keep up with them. So the more that I can ruffle those feathers by each step that I take and each move that I make, to play a card here, to play a card there, that he just kind of spews the truth and puts it out there, you know, then the more it works in my favor, the more it works for people to see how he is. I think he had honestly got some advice to just own up to just being a dog, and that's what he's running with now. The women are loving it. God bless them. God bless them girls. Ooh, sweet Jesus, whatever. But at least he's kind of owning it now. So that's a step in the right direction. Because you can't say sorry without change behavior, or it doesn't mean anything. Not that he's apologized at all, but at least he's just owning more and more who he truly is. So thank God for that. If nothing else changes, at least thank God for that. Um, Let me see. Oh, Charlie's trolls or the shit. Sorry, Dolly's trolls have been in here. That's okay. Um, No, I don't want to hashtag Dolly Vision in the title next to my video, because at the end of the day, everybody who wants to hear about Dolly Vision is subscribed. The channel's growing every day, so I keep getting subscribers. So they're coming to the channel whether I use his name or not, which I know that's got to burn his ass, because he's got to hashtag everybody for anybody to pop into his channel or find his channel. So, you know, I want to beat him at his own game too. He had this channel for how many months and couldn't get more than 357 subscribers when I hijacked the channel and made it mine to tell the story of how he did me. And look, I'm over 2,000 subscribers now. So I know that's burning his ass too. So, I do. I want to beat him at his own game. Dolly plays this game of how he's always victim and everybody's doing him and everybody's doing this. And, so I've learned some of his dragon techniques and the thing that he's doing. So I'm kind of really having fun with this a little bit, you know guilty pleasure, like I'm not trying to be super ass about him, but I am kind of trying to have a little bit of fun with it. Hi Todd 420 gaming. Wish you could be in the chat on better circumstances. Todd's always been a good one. He has his channel too where he plays video games. He's been a loyal subscriber to Jimmy's. Um Most of his streams though are playing video games, so if you're into that, go on over and sub him up also. Let's see. Dolly trolls don't believe you, but yet again, they're here. Yeah, like, let's keep it real. If I wasn't who I said I am, y'all see how Jimmy goes on the attack with people when shit comes out. He hasn't attacked me like that. You know why? Because this shit is very much real. And if he does, he's going to jail. There's no bullshit about it. So, for anybody who still feels there's any type of doubt and doesn't believe it, like, God love you. I'ma just pray for you. I'ma just pray for you, honey, because I don't know how you make it through the day. All right, I see. Free to Be says something about waiting to bring up the people that Lindsay has harassed, stalked, and abused as well. Now, I don't know no facts about all of that. I'm not saying it's not true. I know after me and Sierra did our live, like, wow, there was a lot of messages and a lot of shit in the inbox. But like I said, I don't want to take away from her story, but again, I don't agree with her tactics of how she does things. Like I said, when I seen those messages, I just had to step away for my own well-being, for my own cause. I'm already fighting this in real life, fighting it on YouTube. I don't need to have somebody I think is walking next to me as support, and we got to fight each other. Like, there's just not that camaraderie or trust. This is a journey that's been very difficult for me to make. I'm glad Lindsay helped give me the push to do the video. Unfortunately, things took changes after that, but I'm glad in the end run. Like I said, I appreciate her. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad that we can put this out. But again, at the same time, I'm trying to keep this with good energy, positive energy. There's already so much negativity that Dolly brings to the table with his platform and the things he does on his platform, that I just want to bring this whole situation love and light. I really messed up talking negative about her, and going forth. I I'm making a conscious decision to just not, I don't want to down any women. I don't want any women to feel that they cannot confide in me because of the way I spoke about this girl. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to hinder the movement, you know. Yeah, so there's that. Like, I can't confirm or deny her previous behavior. Apparently, some of y'all who know her say the things that you say, y'all know what y'all say. So, there's that. Um, so he does have dogs. I'm not sure. Jimmy just had the one dog that always stays at my house. So I technically have her now and hopefully forever because, he does get the car. Mm. And I will give him back his one bank card shit. I don't care, whatever. I was faithful to a man 15 years. I thought things were great and we were finally on track. I caught him screwing around. Be happy you found out sooner than later. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so glad that I found out. I totally wish I would have found out sooner. But you know what? When I did find out, it could have been a hell of a lot later. We could have ended up opening up a shop. Like I say, what would have happened if one of these chicks comes bouncing in? Oh, hey, I'm looking for Jimmy. Hey, babe, you got some blonde out front named Tina. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Well, who are you calling them, babe? Well, who the fuck is you? Like, yeah, it could have been like, this shit could have got real messy. Real, 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 real messy. And, yeah. Yes, Progressive Patriot. That's who was having that show earlier on that one guy y'all were talking about. He was a gentleman I popped in a stream and he was talking about him. That hey, Progressive Patriot, do you know anything on a Stony Stone Stone? Any juicy tidbits you might be able to drop in my email box at drcultivator@gmail.com, that maybe I could discuss him and maybe about this possible link with Dolly Vision, if you have any, maybe a link to video you might have did on them or anything. If you have anything that could help me, if anybody does, my email is drcultivator@gmail.com. Your finger looks dirty in that picture. Okay. I could have cleaned that nail first. It's probably smoking weed. Don't give a fuck. Oh my God, I had a dirty fucking fingernail. Holy shit. Y'all just ain't got not much, whatever. What the fuck ever. Okay, so what is this that free is to be is saying? I would like to tell my story too. I was a victim of Lindsay Burkett for real, 100%, and I do have the receipts. Would you like to come up on panel one night? Not tonight. I wasn't really planning to be on here as long as I have been. I just wanted to bring up some stuff. But if you like to come up to have a voice, I really don't want to get in that he said, she said stuff. But there's another content creator on the platform that wants to give free to be her chance to tell her story, or she wants to do it here. I mean, I don't know. I haven't stopped Dolly from making money from Dolly. I'm just gonna use that to get Dolly in trouble. You still got your channel. Is that legal to hijack a channel? Well, when Dr. Cultivator was created, here's the real deal. Because I was really his girlfriend, I created the channel in my name. I created the email, I created the channel, I created the Instagram, I created the Facebook page because we were doing it together as a partnership. So technically, it was a channel, Dr. Cultivator, of a name that we created. I was the one who came up with the name Dr. Cultivator, like cultivate the plant, stuff like that. So yeah, it was completely legal. I can't get in trouble for hijacking something that's in my name. I figured what better platform to do it on than one that was already created. It was established. It already had viewers. By taking it over, it lends more credibility. The same with the Twitter. Um, let's see. When he jokes about a situation like this, he won't ever change, and someone will do to him what he has done to you. Now, here's the thing that I've been noticing the past couple weeks, because now that I'm seeing how his brain works, I'm going back and looking at his behaviors and the things that he says. So when he says something off color, like when he said, "What do you tell a woman the second time?" Nothing, because you already told her the first time. Got a black eye or some shit. When he says some jokes and he's like, "Oh, haha, I'm just playing." No, that's truly how he feels. I'm learning, going back and looking things. So when he says them off-color things, those are when he's actually speaking the truth. Holy shit, get a legit job. Okay, I do have a legit job. Um, awesome black dog. Yeah, I do got a real job. I got a whole real job. I'm not making no money off this YouTube shit. I made a soap for the past, 8 months. So why should I not be entitled to sell his soap? Or actually the soap that he bought that I make, that he sold to make the profits. I'm sorry you feel that way. Um, let me see. Do-do-do-do. Here's another one from Free to Be. She's apparently trying to make a point. It's not that, I know this woman, she has been a loyal fan of Jimmy's. And I know for her to come on this platform and to speak on my behalf, like I appreciate that fact because she's not my friend. She doesn't owe me no loyalty, you know? But apparently she must find a little bit of truth in what I'm speaking. So for any of the OG family, Jams fam, to come over on my behalf or to speak on any videos on my behalf or anything like that, I want to let y'all know I appreciate it and I thank you. And it's not that, as I've been accused of talking with the enemy or maybe people on Jimmy's side, because I don't believe people need to take a side in this. I'm not asking nobody to take a side in this at all. So let me see. So, okay, country girl, he's selling soaps. So here's something I pointed out. If the Molly Golightly Tiffany Blue has a bow on it, if Jimmy didn't make his own soaps, how is he going to make a soap and, wrap a little tiny bow and hot glue it, sticker it on? Like, come on. Any product that we've ever bought has been bought off of Amazon. Okay. So I'm sure if you internet sleuths go digging, you will be able to find the products that he bought. And if by the off chance you can't find them on Amazon, why don't you check out eBay? That's another place he likes to shop. By some off chance, maybe there's somebody else making them for him, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out because I know someone's gonna dig and find the truth out. I know it. I can't wait. Because I'm gonna have to drop a live or a video or some shit that night. Just like what he wants to come out that about, oh, somebody's out there saying he didn't make the soap. Somebody dropped that in my inbox. I'm like, oh hell no. Let me throw together a little video with my receipts. Um Agatha Misty, who is Lindsay, it's not my place. I'm not going to tell her story on here and how she's related to all of this. And I'm not going to get into how other people might feel about her. All you got to do is go back, read comments. It's all over the internet. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to drag her, but again, a lot of this information is out there. If people look for it, all this stuff could be found. Just like I'm going to have to dig on who this Stony Stone person is, because once it was mentioned in the video, like I'm just so intrigued on who this man is, because apparently he must not have the greatest reputation or something. So I'm curious. Let's see. I'm new, not a troll. Can I ask how this came to light? How did you find out he had all these girls and about bullhorn, shit, Betty. So here's how it started. Lindsay had seen Sierra's post on one of Savage's videos. Lindsay had reached out to Sierra. Like I said, Lindsay's working on the timeline. God bless her. She does got a timeline. She's working on this. So, I have full faith. Her timeline's pretty accurate with things. It seemed to be with some of the stuff I've seen. So she reached out to Sierra. So to Monday, let's see, he left on the 12th. So the 19th, I just pulled in to go to work and I see on my Facebook Messenger, I've got a message. Well, I kind of recognized the name from Jimmy's channel before. So I was like, oh, content creators probably just sharing their link. Let me go ahead, sub up, support, open it up. There were all types of text messages as proof. I was like, can I call? There was no need to like text going back and forth. She showed me enough receipts. We did a few texting, seeing that she was telling the truth with some of the stuff she knew, with some of the stuff that was said in the texts. There was no denying it. Anybody who's messaged Jimmy, anybody who messages, period. Text messages almost have like a cadence of how people type things out, the emojis they use, the words they use, the spelling they use, that you can kind of tell. Like if you're texting me every day and then say my daughter sends you a text on my behalf, you're going to be like, huh, this don't sound like Melissa. But all these text messages seem to match. So me and Sierra talked. She wrote shit down. I'm like, okay. I was really hoping to not believe her. I was really hoping there was no truth in it. She said there's another lady who'd like to speak to me who has more information. So I made this phone call to this other lady as well. And, some of the shit kind of seemed legit. Some screenshots, everything like that, there's couldn't deny it. So then I forget which one or both said maybe that he might be with Bullhorn Betty on the trip. Now, again, I don't know. I'm not all into YouTube like that. So a little researching isn't hard to see. She's got the fake permanent eyelashes now that last couple weeks on. Um, she was at some place having lunch, all dolled up, like she don't really wear makeup and shit like that. And then she has a post on her YouTube that she's going to Idaho. So that Monday I found this out. I think Jimmy had just got to Idaho, I think that Sunday. So that Monday, when I seen Bullhorn Betty stream in a bathroom, I was like, holy fuck. This is why he was streaming in a bathroom out at Vegas. Like, and I even said, like, and I texted him. I said, why are you streaming in a bathroom in Vegas? I said, what, you got some bitch in the bed? Just joking around. Like, I didn't think there really was. You know, I'm going to be honest. He went to Vegas. I figured he might buy a hooker. I didn't think he'd pick himself up a whole damn whore. I did. I thought he might get a hooker or something. I wasn't going to be stupid. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But apparently, once it happens in Idaho, it all comes to light. So that's kind of how I found out about all of that. Big bombshell got dropped on me that Monday. And then, come Tuesday, I had a few drinks to try to digest it all. Um, he acted like a real ass that Tuesday. And, the rest is history. And I pretty much been making videos since that following Thursday. And here we are today. It's crazy. Like, you can't even make this shit up. I wish you could truly make this shit up because there's some crazy shit, but you just really can't. This is just what it is. Someone sent me a message on Facebook. Okay, when I'm done with the stream, I'll go ahead and check it. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be right after I end it. I'm probably gonna go spend a little bit of time with my daughter, hang out, and I will get to it this evening. Let's see. The car out of my name. So I'm not trying to do anything with the car yet because we have the court date on the 11th. So I hope when he comes to the 11th, I've mentioned this in a lot of streams because I know he's watching, that I'm hoping on the 11th he brings that car title to court so we can sign it and do what we got to do and it can be out of my name. I really don't even want to deal with him in court, but that is what we got to do. And, my daughter will be going with me. My son will be going with me. And I'm trying to get my daughter's father to go just in case he wants to try any intimidation tactics in the parking lot before court, trying to eye me down, trying to instigate, try to piss me off, see if maybe I'll throw some hands on him or something. That's what I'm the most scared about, seeing him, because it's just like, I'm not asking for nobody's sympathy or to feel bad for me and what I've went through, because I'm not the only one. There's so many others. There's other women that I've heard cry. There's other women that I've heard upset, hurt, that, you know, it's like, don't feel sorry for any of us. If you feel anything, just share it, share the message, share the word, you know, deep dive, try to match some stuff up. If you got any types of doubts, just do your due diligence with it. If you feel you have to do something, but don't feel pity for us. Because, we're already kicking ourselves in the asses. We don't need nobody's pity. We need y'all's love and support to keep going. And anything that y'all have that you can drop to Sierra, that you can send to me, then send it right along so we can bring it to light. That's what we're asking going forward. It would be greatly appreciated. Um, Yeah. Okay, wait a second. There was one comment I just seen. My fumble fingers pushed the stupid wrong button. Here it is. Oh, I missed it. It's too far back. It was something about one of the ladies in the chat stating that Dolly may have done wrong. The truth needs to come out. The situation needs to be heard. Her relationship with Dolly was not like that. He did not try to ask her for anything. She did not send anything, that it was nothing more than a friendship that was free to be. I truly do believe that. Um, you know, come on, have you seen her fucking profile picture this man got? Man, we don't even know about. I'm so sure on that. Dolly dirty no more for the soap. That would be funny. When you talk trash about other women who weren't even aware of you, it makes you look really bad. First of all, Miss Robin, I haven't talked no trash about any other women that weren't aware of me. You know, like I said, I was brought up with that culture. You don't send nudes online. Just that's something for women going forth to be more proactive. But what bad have I said about anybody who didn't know about me? Yes, I spoke on Bullhorn Betty because she knew about me in June. She knew about me again on the 19th. So yeah, I can go ahead and drag her because she didn't give a fuck. So, at the end, when she wants to come out with her story after all said and done, I'll support her still. So I don't know what other women you're talking about I've dragged or talked shit about, because I'm asking whoever's out there to come forward. So I don't know. You can go on with that foolishness. Let's see. You seen Dolly flirt on a lot of streams. Um, Bullhorn Betty did know that he had a girlfriend. We talked in July. She even admitted it on one of my streams that she's single. It don't matter. Tried to discredit me because I got the dates right, but did admit we did talk. So, oh my God, I was off 2 weeks. Damn. Good way to discredit me. It is what it is. Um, Murder Candy podcast. I always knew he had a girlfriend from when I first started in his show. Melissa messaged me, so I knew all along. Is that going to be Miss Avery? I'm thinking. Um, Love that I have so many people in the corner that he can't intimidate me. Yes, yes. Even Scotty Pimpin spoke out on Disarm the Illusions live stream that had it been anybody else, he wouldn't have believed it. But knowing my character and knowing that I've been in the background, it does give me a little bit of that credibility. Let's see. He is funny to watch, and that's what I give him. I give him that, man. He's got a charisma and he's got a charm. He does. And I can't take that from him. He's also got a drive and a hustle for the money. And I can't take that from him either. Like, I'm not completely trying to knock the man. But I'm just saying, quit lying to people, quit manipulating people, quit using people. I know some people use people, period. But I mean, like, damn, you got to drain every woman's damn bank account by telling them you're going to be with them, that they're pretty, you care about them, you this, you that, you don't have a girlfriend. They're the only ones. Like, you don't even have to say all that bullshit. And half these women will still do that without the lies. So, again, like I said, on his live the other day, it seemed like he was kind of coming out and being more true to who he really is, his nature. Dig up crap on Missa. They were together so much for 2 years. What? I don't know what that means. So here Mo admitted that she knew about me. Mo has reached out to me since too. I haven't reached back out. I'm trying to figure out how to go forth with everything like that. So, I can't fault somebody for not coming forth sooner to me, because at the end of the day, it's really not truly their job to let me know. They're not my boyfriend. They're not the one I'm crawling into bed with. That's the person who should have let me know. So I can't hate on these women for, things they did, conversations they had, meetups, whatever, with Jimmy who didn't know about me. I can't fault them for that. Again, they're having that blind faith, that trust that I've had in them, that a lot of us have had in them. They were just as bamboozled too. They didn't owe me anything to come to me. I'm glad now that after coming out that people are reaching out. I do appreciate that. So yes, about the 31 girlfriends and he's got spaces made you sick. See, yeah, he is owning it. He's owning it. Um, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of still reading. Queen Feline Media. No, she did not. We were friends and she was blindsided by this. When he was out at Tennessee at that vigil where they had the party, the little get together, the memorial, however you want to phrase it, different channels who covered it said that they behaved in a certain ways, that they didn't seem like they were there for a memorial, that they seemed like they were just more to party. That's all opinion though. Um, yeah, she knew then because she tried to say I was a troll. I sent her screenshots where I'm like, oh, I just seen on the internet you're fucking Bullhorn Betty. He's like, oh no, I wouldn't fuck with her. And then he's talking about coming home and how much she loves me. She knew then. She was like, yeah, Jimmy's a good guy. You should be happy you have him. Yeah, she's telling me this after she just fucked him, and she's like, yeah, just be happy you have him. And, you know, just be grateful for that. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you for, she had this laugh on me. Thank you for all that you did on his trip. He's really awkward around people. He's got a little bit of social awkwardness. He's not big on groups of people and stuff like that. Then I'm glad, he had the opportunity to meet you and y'all could have a good time. Yes, pretty much. I just thanked her for fucking my boyfriend. Ha. So, yes, she knew. She knew then in July, as she states. And then that Monday when she was laid up with him, I sent her texts. I sent her screenshots. I came at her on Facebook. I was like, call me. You can fuck my man, at least own it. I tried to get her to call with Dolly sitting right next to her so we could all just three have a chat. She wouldn't do that. I sent her pictures on her Facebook, on her Instagram, to her telephone. Like, yo, he's denying that. He's denying you. He's denying he's with you. Cause I'm like, and you're with Bullhorn Betty? No, I'm not. I'm not with her. I'm by myself. So as he keeps denying her, I keep sending her these denials. Keep sending her the denials. The woman never called me. She never picked up the phone to talk to me, to give me 5 minutes to just ask me what I had to say. So for her to act like she's blindsided by this, how are you blindsided by something you knew in fucking July? I'm reaching out to you, telling you, I try to come on your live and tell you. I come up on your live again with his dog in my hand to show you I've got his dog. I told you what's in his suitcase. I told you what souvenirs he got for me in Las Vegas. You knew all this stuff. This woman wasn't blindsided by all. So anybody she's trying to sell that bullshit to, that's what it fucking is bullshit. I got the receipts. She knows the fucking deal. She's even admitted she spoke with me in July and she knew then. So save that fucking scenario somewhere else. Because, yeah, it's bullshit. That's what we're going to talk about that. Yes, I think new doors are going to open for me. It seemed like they've opened tremendously for me. I've met some good people. There were some people that I've never really spoke to more than like a hey, have a good night. Met some really great people or not met them, but got to know them on a little bit more of a personal level. I really feel it's let's talk about it. They reversed Roe versus Wade. Just totally disgusted by that. They just set the woman's movement in motion back. That shit hurt my heart. It hurts my daughter's heart. Um, I tried to go rally about it, but my car was in the shop that the day they had the rally here locally to go to support that. So, with that still in the air lingering, I guess the fact of the amount of sisterhood that I have got from women reaching out or positive comments, support, things like that, that it's even though the government's tried to step us back in a movement, but it's still like, us women, we're not going to be silenced. We're not going to be back down. We're going to have each other's back. That even in the climate that is 2022, that we can still find unity and support each other. And that's where I said again, I really fucked up the other night with me and Sarah. A lot of it was just in good fun, the majority of the stream. But the first half wasn't. And, going forth, I'm just trying to keep all that female solidarity together and just we each have each other's back, whether we believe each other or not. Let's just at least support each other. Let's just at least hear each other out. As women, I think we should hear each other out. We're not going to like everybody, but just because I don't like you doesn't mean what you might have to say on your situation with Mr. Williams never happened. It doesn't mean it's not true. It didn't mean that it hurt you any less. So whether I like somebody, you like somebody or not, at the end of the day, I'm just hoping going forward, we can all just kind of support each other, listen to each other, whether it's for this message, any other message, anything else anybody wants to bring to the forefront of support. That hopefully we can support each other. Black Dog, yeah, I kind of thought that it was for rapper Jay as I kind of scrolled down the comments. Because I was kind of surprised. I seen other comments you've left here and there. So I was kind of surprised. I'm like, okay, shit, table turn. All right, it's back on Jimmy's side, whatever. All right, not going to take it personal. But yeah, thank you for clarifying, though. Okay, wait a minute. Someone just wanted to ask a question. It's fucking phone. Shit. Let's see. I'm sorry, my screen's. Um, let's see. Okay. Hey, it's a mood. Can I ask you, do you make all the soaps or does he make some too? I can't see him making this nice soap. Thanks if you can answer. Yes, I've made all the soaps. I picked out all the scents. I picked out all the colors. Um, yeah, that's all me. I will be starting to work on making some tomorrow to have some to put out there. Um, he did make the first batch of soap. I will give him credit for that. He made the first batch of soap where it was the yellow, the red, the yellow with the red kind of sprinkled on top. He did make that. So, I mean, he knows how to, but it's just not his thing. Like, making the soap, my OCD kind of took over with the swirls and the color and all that stuff. It's also kind of therapeutic, artsy fartsy stuff. Um, Let me see. Here we go. What is this? Don't send nudes on the internet. Absolutely correct. Miss Robin, you are calling Betty a whole whore. She did not know about you. If you told her she was lied to by Jimmy, he's the one to blame here. Yes, it is his fault. But I reached out on her phone twice. So, shame on you when I'm saying, hey, girl, call me. Call me. Call with Jimmy right there. So if you're going to choose to still believe him when you won't even pick up the phone, and then you want to sit there and bully Sierra on somebody else's panel and say that she's too scared to come up and talk to you and answer questions, bitch, you was too scared to pick up the phone and talk to me and answer my questions. They're like, don't punk out another woman on some shit you wouldn't even do. She knew about me in July. She admitted it. She admitted she knew again in September. So you can still keep sticking up for her. I've got the fucking receipts. She knew. She knew she didn't care. She laughed to me. She thinks it was funny. So yeah, I'm going to call her a whore. Anybody who could laugh in another woman's face through their adversity as you're laying next to their fucking man, yeah, I'm going to call you a whore because that's how you acted. You didn't care about me. You thought it was funny. Ha, 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 ha on you. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to call him like I see him. I would never sleep with somebody's man. If somebody came at me and told me that that was their man, done. Done, son. You're sending me receipts. You're sending me proof. You're sending me text messages where he's texting you because he's your man. Yeah, I would walk away. Betty didn't. She's seen receipts multiple times from my phone. So there's that, Miss Robin. You can keep defending her. I'm not going to pay you no more mind tonight. I ain't going to block you. So I don't feel I need to do that. But I just ain't giving you no more time. You can defend, because she's lie to you. Let me just say that. Um... Yeah, she's never denied it. She's denied it to me. She tried to say, you're not his girlfriend, and I'm not his girlfriend either. You're just some crazy psycho stalker. I said, I am his girlfriend, and you might want to get in your own lane and know what your fucking role is in his life, because I know what mine is. And then she just proceeded to berate me, call me all types of names, call me embarrassment, call me fucking stupid, all types of shit. So when she plays the victim, I've got the fucking receipt, guys. So just stay tuned, because apparently with Miss Robin coming in here trying to defend Betty that she didn't know, oh, these receipts are going to be fucking juicy. Yeah, there's that. Um, let's see. So that is Avery, Murder Candy Podcast. I know there's been a lot that's gone on with her and Jimmy and some of the other people in the chat, but she does also release content regarding true crime. So, can always feel free to go over and sub up and check her out. I'm not going to hate on anybody. A funny pickup line. Do you have a mirror in your pocket? Shit, I don't even know where that's going. You might be setting me up to make me look like Boo Boo the Fool up here, the worse than I've already made myself look. Worse than Jesus made me look. Or not Jesus, Jimmy. I'm sorry. Look, got me all brainwashed with that cult bullshit too. Did you see that the big shit show of another creator showed some of the ones he was sent, told who they were? Oh my goodness. Yes, and that's the thing is, if Jimmy's not saving these pictures, how the hell are all these pictures of all these women getting around to everybody? We've seen St. Mo's pictures. We've seen Hopey Dopey's pictures. We've seen some pictures of this. We've seen some pictures that Jimmy sent to other people. Like, why is he passing y'all's pictures around? Because if you're sending them to him, then nobody else should have them unless he's violating your confidence and passing them along. The other girl says she was recorded. I truly believe it, because Jimmy says he has a recording of me where he broke up with me. That was when we got in our fight in February, where he had a fucking shit fit. So it's just like, you recorded me without, my permission. He admitted it on White Rabbit. He's admitted it other places too. So it's like, if you recorded me, how dare you say you don't record nobody? Because now you've got two people that you've told you've recorded them. These are the things that make you scratch your head and go, Maybe there is some truth in this. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Oh, Robin can be one of Bullhorn Betty's mods. She's got her head so far, but you know what? Whatever. Let me just stop right there. Let me just stop right there. Gamer9757. This popped up randomly in my feed. I'm here. So, what are you talking about? We are talking about Dolly Vision, Jimmy Jams, Jimmy Williams, and what a predator he is on these YouTube streets by exploiting the missing children, by exploiting his mods, by exploiting his members, by exploiting anybody who gets close enough under the guise of a friendship or some type of relationship that he will milk you for sexual content. He will milk you for monetary gain. And when things don't go the way that he likes, he will either blackmail you, try some intimidation, some type of threat to shut you up. And it didn't work for me. And that's why I'm up here talking, to give a voice to everybody else who doesn't want to talk or who still maybe needs to come forward and find a place to talk. So that's our topic of discussion tonight. Um, doo-doo-doo. Shit, I think I'm way far back. I clicked on him last night when he was making his shirts, and to me, it seems like Jimmy's struggling a little bit inside. Well, I'm sure he is, Missouri country girl. He's not supposed to have a weapon. So when I filled out my paperwork for my preliminary paperwork, I let him know he had a weapon. Because, you know, at the end of the day, if he's got a gun and he's threatening to come to my house, they need to know he's got a gun. Okay? So now we're going to court in October 11th. Let's keep it real. No matter what anybody's got to go to court for, nobody wants to fucking go to court. You know, just the thought of being in that building, especially once you've had them pretty silver bracelets on, you never want to step foot in a courthouse again, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. So I'm sure he's nervous about that. And apparently I'm showing him just how smart and how one step ahead of him I'm staying. So he's probably a little bit nervous because he doesn't know what other tricks I have up my sleeve. So his game probably is off because, you know, we're done. He's probably got Bullhorn Betty. I don't know if they're fighting, if everything's hunky dory golden. I don't know. And then he's got all these other mods and all these other women that he's talking to, and they're supposed to, they're supposed to be carrying on some type of way or what have you. So it's not just like me that he's lying to. You know, he's got all these lies he's telling everybody else. You know, he's got a little nervous tick. And that little nervous tick, I never really understood about his anxiety because, you know, it just seemed like anything could trigger it at once. You know, a lot of people, when they have anxiety, there's certain things that trigger it. Well, now I know why he was always on YouTube. He was always wondering what people were talking about. He was always wondering what was being said because he never knew when the shoe would drop, when somebody was going to come forward and out him. So he's constantly living a lie of perverted depravity and doing damage control. I mean, that's got to be a hard life to live. And as some of the bricks and mortar start coming loose in his foundation, yeah, I'm sure he is a little rattled. I'm not. You know, the truth sets you free. What I'm speaking is the truth. I'm not scared of being dragged by a channel. You know, nothing. I'm not rattled. Let's go to court. Let's do this. I'm at my documentation. You know, um, a liar would be rattled. Someone who's dishonest, who's put up a farce, who's caught in lies, who the amount of damage control they've got to do can't even cover the damage. Yeah, I'm sure he probably is rattled. Sierra said the same thing the other night when she watched him, that he just seems like he's off his game a little bit. He's just a little bit different. So, you know, he did it to himself, honestly. He wanted to be a single man. He could have been a single man. You want to be that single rock star jumping in everybody's bed? Then be that single rock star jumping in everybody's bed. Don't have jump in mine. And then, you know, at the same time, when I know all your secrets, Don't fucking threaten me. Like I told him before he came home, go do you, get your shit. You go your way, I'll go my way. We don't have to involve the cops in this. We don't have to go that route. It doesn't have to be anything like this. I just never wanted to see him again because I'm disgusted by him. And then he still proceeded to do the threats and all of that. And at the end of the day, like I said, that crazy don't go away. So let me get that paperwork because it's going to make it easier on me legally having that paperwork if he comes over here acting a damn fool. Um, let's see. Rapper J, what else do you do for him? Rapper J harasses, doxes, um, hacks computers, makes streams, has other troll accounts. He pretty much does whatever Jimmy tells him to do. Or that's what I've seen over the past 2 years. Um, doo-doo-doo. Right now, it's not even about finding a good guy to be with. I need time to heal and digest the hurt and transform that hurt into positivity, realign, readjust, and everything like that. So, dating isn't something that's on my radar anytime soon, especially after something like this. I almost feel like, um, the people who find out their husbands are a serial killer, a serial rapist, some type of predator, like that this is kind of how I'm feeling. Like no matter how much I shower, I don't feel like I'm clean. I don't feel like I can get the stench of him off of me and his depravity. Like it's just I feel like because it had been like it I just feel dirty. I feel really dirty. So yeah, dating is not something on the radar anytime soon. You grew up with two brothers and you recognize all those behaviors with Jimmy. Um, let's see. Let's see, Rapper J. Um, if you're gonna keep trolling the people in the chat, y'all feel free to boot them. I'm trying to not do that, so all these comments can be here if I need them for court. But Rapper J, quit being an ass to the women in here because you ain't looking no better than Jimmy right now. And I know your grandma wouldn't be happy with that. Now just you need to behave, son, okay? Please show some respect for the women. You got a mama, you got a grandma, I'm sure you got aunties, you might have a sister or something. Show some respect to the women. Oh, so is this about no investigation? I don't know what the other women are doing. I know what I am doing here legally in Virginia. And again, I'm not releasing all my cards of my hand. I guess y'all will just have to wait and see. But I am taking legal action for the things that happened to me. You could be taken down by the prosecutor of this case, but I guess he will learn when he shows up to court. I'm thinking maybe you mean he could be taken down by the prosecution. Yes, because everybody, the magistrate, the judge has been made aware what led up to us breaking up, that led up to these threats, that there were these women who inboxed me that he's predatoring, he's being a predator to women on the internet and doing all weird, kinky, crazy sex things. Somebody's put a statement into the police. Someone said he might be under investigation. Like I put that out there to all of them. I let them know he might have a warrant out in Alabama. Yeah, I put it all out there to him. So, what happens to him, he dug you do the crime, you pay the time. Let's see. Doug did it also. All right, what's this? Well, Missy, have a good night. I tried to make you smile, but maybe you're not ready yet. Anyway, the funny pickup line was, you have a mirror in your pocket. Well, I can see myself in your pants. All right. That was pretty fucking funny. I knew you were gonna be setting me up for some shit that was gonna catch me off guard. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Um, Given the current climate, maybe not quite appropriate, but it was pretty funny. I always like a good laugh too. It wasn't disrespectful or nothing. Dolly isn't a rock star. Some women don't care. A lot of women don't care. So, as long as they know what they are, move on. I'm a stalker. I'm the stalker, but I got all the legal paperwork. Dolly was the last to reach out to me. I haven't reached out to him. Haven't went to his home. So I don't know how you're saying that I'm stalking him. You know, give back Lolo. I have a court order that states I could keep her because she's been staying at my house for over a fucking year and a half. So, I mean, if y'all think about it, go back to the videos. Does he show Lolo every night? No. Why is that? Oh, because she sleep? Yeah, because she sleep with me at my house. I know at the beginning of September, he had Lolo every day for like 5 days. That's when I was out in Oklahoma because my mother passed away. And then since then, you hadn't seen Lolo on no streams up until Jimmy left because I always have Lolo. So call me a stalker, girl. I don't know what misinformation he's feeding you. Trust me, I'm not trying to stalk his ass at all. I don't give a fuck. I haven't called him since he's been home in the state of Virginia. He came home that Wednesday. I haven't reached out to him. The last text message he got from me was Tuesday. Till he harassed me back to 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 back Thursday. So yeah, okay, I'm a stalker. Show me some receipts. Show me where I've texted him and sent him some crazy bullshit. Ready, set, go. Where is it? Show me. Because I bet you if he had it, it'd be all over fucking YouTube and Facebook. But it's not. So we'll just scroll on past that. Because, that's some bullshit. Who gives their beloved pet to a stalker? And that's my thing, Black Dog. If I was his ex-girlfriend, then why the hell was his car put in my name at the beginning of July? Why the hell did I have his dog? If I'm some crazy ex-stalker girlfriend, why the hell am I taking him to the airport to send him to Las Vegas? You know what I mean? Why were we just celebrating his birthday together in August 22nd? And then August 22nd was when we went with his daughter and my two kids. And then August 23rd was when we did something on our own. He streamed that day and we hung out that night. So, like, I mean, I don't know if I'm just such a crazy ex-stalker, then why are we still doing shit and hanging out and everything? Why is he emailing me? Why is in Vegas telling me he loves me and, keeping me posted of where he's going and what he's done? So that I just blew that whole fucking argument up. Let's see. Doug, Texas governor. Election coming up. They said they would come in, bring back Roe versus Wade here. Yes, I'm hoping they bring it back. It was just such a setback. And then to hear Judge Clarence Thomas say after he voted against keeping Roe versus Wade that the next they need to work on is gay marriage, repealing that. So that really hurt. That was a blow. But really, I won't try to get into the politics right now. Did he actually threaten to harm you or did he just cheat on you? Um, when I got my protective order, I still had a mark on me from my birthday where he put his hands on me. I had to show that. And I showed the text messages of the threats that he had sent me like an hour and a half before I went to the magistrate's office. So, yeah, no, he didn't just cheat on me. Like he physically hit me, abused me before. Like I'm not saying he beat the shit out of me, like no Rocky Balboa, but he has put his hands and shit on me before. And yes, I do have threats from him. He's going to fuck me up for every lie I am telling on the internet. So, again, if I didn't have proof, the burden of proof wasn't shown to get the emergency protective order, it was shown to get the preliminary protective order. And there will be more evidence even presented when I get the finalized protective order on October 11th. So it's trying to keep the man's dog. We had a business together too. This whole t-shirt and soaps, this was shit we did 50-50. So there's the business, there's the car, there's the dog. I have one of his fucking cards that have money on it in his name in my wallet. So like we have shared community property. So oh, I'm just keeping his dog, or I'm keeping the dog that's always with me, period. He can keep the car that's in my name. I could keep the car. I don't want the car. Let's divide the assets. You keep the business property that's at your house. I'll keep the business property at my house going forward. Boom, everything's divided. Here's your card. Don't contact me no more. And we'll go our separate ways. So for anybody who's confused on how that works, that's how that works right there. That's what's going on right now. This isn't spurn lover shit. Virginia Beach don't play the damn drama, and Chesapeake, Hampton Roads don't play that drama in court. You ain't wasting the court's time here. They'll throw you in jail for that shit. So, all right, let me do this. I'm trying to it won't let me. Okay. And the Emmy goes, Rapper J, from what I do understand, he is currently legal. So if he is 18, it's a freshly just turned 18. And I will not doubt that he has, maybe he dances to the beat of his own drum, a little bit differently than the rest of us. I do believe over the years that that's a good possibility. And that's even more fucked up for Jimmy to take advantage of him and use him to do his dirty work. Yeah, that's the thing is whenever I leave, he'd be like, babe, you're not taking Lolo. Babe, you're not taking Lolo. You know what I mean? If you put me and Jimmy on the street and you hold Lolo and we both called her, she's going to come running to me. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. I'm trying to see. It's not letting me through StreamYard mod anybody up. So I don't know how to do that through the StreamYard. I know on the Facebook, it'll let me mod people. But it's fine. Yes, he did really work at 7-Eleven. He was still currently employed at 7-Eleven prior to going to Vegas. I seriously doubt after all this, though, he's going back. Because somebody might actually walk up there and just whoop his ass. So there's that. I don't think he's going back there. Is there a mod? Tammy was a mod. I don't see where her wrench is. Again, give me 1 second, guys, and I'll be right back. Get somewhere to mod people up. It's I can't find them. I can't get to my live through YouTube, being that I've gone through the StreamYard to mod anybody up. That's okay. Let them say, comments. They can go ahead and make their comments. I will just try to be more mindful as I read through them to try to delete whatever's off color. Did he pay you to make this up? Yeah, like I said, I had his paycheck card. So when he got his paycheck every Thursday from 7-Eleven, I just kept his card for my paycheck of what I did during the week with making the soap, making labels, designing anything, any little bit of help that I've done. Yes, I did get monetary compensation for it. Again, we were supposed to be building a business together. Um, let's see. Rapper Jay's not cool with me. You know, guarantee maybe if the situation was a little different, it might be different. But being right now, he's working for Jimmy as one of his henchmen. Of course, he's not going to be cool with me because, I got the target on me. And that's why he got monetary compensation. I can't hate on the man. He didn't know. Let me see. That guy thinks of making sugar scrubs. Yes, that's what he's like. What's the sugar scrub? I said, "Oh my God, you really don't know what a sugar scrub is?" I was like, "Okay." I said, it's like, say your elbows get a little bit rough, your heels get a little bit rough to help exfoliate your face or whatever to help make us women keep our skin nice and soft. So, yeah, there's that. He didn't know. I don't know if he would ever hurt the dog. I would hope that he wouldn't ever hurt the dog. So, and to me, it's not even, this right here. A cheater's the problem, not the one being cheated on. Again, at the end of the day, it's not the fact that he cheated on me. You know what I mean? It's the fact of the number of women, not just that he cheated on, but the tactics he used to get them to confide in him and to send them certain, compromising photos or to record them in compromising positions. It's the fact that he lied to them to get them and was deceitful in getting them to get to that point. And then, if by chance they spoke out against him or did anything, it's the blackmail, it's the threats, it's, I'm going to take you to court, I'm going to have somebody fuck you up. Hey, everybody. Hey, my minions, go ahead and troll and drag this person till they shut the hell up. That's what I'm trying to bring the voice about, not the fact he stuck his dick as somebody else. He's a man. A lot of men do that. A lot of men are not fucking predators and do not use the damn internet to sit there and catch women in compromising positions to have a fucking spank bank that he uses against them when you piss them off. That's the issue for anybody who didn't get the public service announcement yet. It's not that he has a man and couldn't keep his dick in his pants. It's his tactics and his techniques that I'm trying to, bring out to the forefront. I'm not understanding why people just aren't grasping that. Yes, here's one I could hit back. I know how Jimmy is, though. He is a cop caller, which is crazy, being that he's a man. That I know if I was to ever hit him back, I would be going to jail. So that is something I've always chose not to do. I'm a little bit too old to be wanting to go to jail at this point in my life. I'm not at that point in my life anymore. So, someone tried to put it out there like I beat on Jimmy. I'm gonna tell you what, if I ever hit that motherfucker, he would have a bruise. I could say that. If I ever hit that motherfucker, I will be in jail and he will be talking about that on a stream. So, when you're dealing with somebody and you know how they move, you've got to make your moves according to how they move too. So, yeah, he's on YouTube. Yeah, I'm glad Lindsay asked me to make a video. Yeah, go ahead, expose him, girl. I wish you would have did hers. She's gonna do hers tomorrow night on Jenny Jen Jens. Y'all go over, you check that out. But at the same time, I know how he moves. I've got to hit him where he's hurt. And the thing is, where some of these other women who could only take it but so far, they could only bring so much truth. I was real life. So like there's real life repercussions to what he's done. Like we're going to court. If he comes over here and act an ass, and if the cops don't get him, if he ever fucks me up, you can guarantee somebody in my life's gonna fuck him up. So it's like certain moves that and tactics he can't quite do with me, he's been able to do with some of the other people on lives, that are online and stuff like that. He can't play some of those games with me because his ass is gonna go to jail. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the one to send them. I guess y'all just have to stay tuned and watch that. Uh, you know, we'll just see how it goes. Um, yes, this one for all the Bullhorn Betty defenders. This one right here. I'm not gonna read it out. Y'all go ahead and read that out. I'm gonna try to see if there's any more questions about this. Nobody needs to call the cops or anything about Rapper J. I don't want to play that online game of calling 911, wasting police services, resources, anything. Like I said, Monday I'll be talking to my victim's advocate and see how to proceed from there. Will I be filing a harassment charge, or are we just going to wait and roll it to court? So, but just let them keep giving me evidence, girls. Let them keep, ladies. Let them keep giving me the evidence. I'm giving Jimmy just enough rope to hang himself. When I go back after this live is done, some of you will be modded up by my next stream. I already had some people modded up. I'm still kind of new to the streaming shit, trying to find out how to give these wrenches. I'm trying. We'll go ahead. We'll get it taken care of. Let's try to not fight in the chat. Why are we bashing each other in the chat? Quit bashing people in my fucking chat. You want to troll me. Don't troll the people in my fucking chat. Why keep his dog? Because his dog has been in my possession almost pretty much the whole time we've been dating. He doesn't feed her. I buy her food. I took her to the vet. I took her to go get spayed. You know, I'm the one who has her. I pick out her clothes. Like anything you've seen with her on clothes, those are pictures that I took. Even the pictures that Jimmy has of Lolo that he's posted on Facebook, those are photos that I sent him of Lolo in my fucking house or in my bed, and he's went ahead and posted on Facebook. So when I have possession of the dog, 99.9 fucking percent of the time, why should she stay with somebody who just exploits her, who doesn't take care of her, who doesn't, you know, no, that's why. Would you say, oh, technically that's his kid. She should keep his kid, but she doesn't feed him. He doesn't feed the child. He doesn't take the child to the doctor. He just lets the child sit in a room because he's so on YouTube all the time and streaming all the time that the child gets no friendship, no companionship, no nothing. Is that how Lolo should live? Is that what y'all really think is in the best interest of the dog, is to be in that position? Just because, oh, it's Jimmy, he's the turtle king, he's so fucking cool. Why have something else that he's going to abuse and mistreat? It's not right. Y'all damn open y'all's motherfucking eyes already. Sorry for that tangent. Um, yeah, because he always calls it dog, oh, Lolo's with my mom. And I've always told Jimmy, I'm going to get the dog in the divorce. Like it was a running joke, like, because she loves me so much. All I have to do is get up and jingle my keys, and that bitch is out the door before I am. She don't want to go up in his house. She comes jumping out my car. I got to chase her around the yard for 20 minutes before I can get her inside his house. Maybe that's why I want to keep the dog. She doesn't want to fucking be there. That's all. So now Rapper Jay's trying to attack Mo. That's not cool. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I've had enough of this little boy. So now we're blocked. Whatever. We blocked him. I can't do that no more. Good. You and Jimmy's been together several times. Hopefully he used protection. From what I'm hearing, he's out here spreading STDs. I go to my doctor on Tuesday. And I just pray to God I don't have one, because if so, that just takes this battle to a whole nother level. So hopefully, if y'all slept together, hopefully he wrapped this shit. I know he says he's never been tested for STD, so yeah, it's pretty fucking scary. Show the receipts. Let's talk more receipts. Well, I don't know where you've been for my first 3 and 4 visits, where, that's all those videos were, was nothing but receipts. Sorry you missed them. They've been out there. There's still some out there. Y'all know how Dolly is. He's a flag of motherfucking fool. He's had about 3 of my videos took down. So he's trying to silence me. So yeah, I'm talking right now. I've already showed my receipts. So to hack one, number one, do your due diligence, man. They're out there. And what's been clipped off my channels? If y'all go, I've got a folder on my channel that has all the content creators. As I've seen their videos, that I'm adding them to this folder. So what's been clipped off of my channel, you can go back in that folder and go visit any one of these content creators, and they've displayed their receipts. So I may not be able to anymore, but they're already out there. So you want to see the receipts, go in that folder and start clicking away, watching some video, and you'll be able to see the receipts. There's that. Um, so does it know? Um, let's not talk about any maturities level in here of anybody. A lot of people in here have been bamboozled by Jimmy. A lot of people are very emotional. Just like me, I may not be handling all this the best. Everybody else may not be handling it the best, but we do not need to be fighting each other. That's one thing we don't need to do. Um, so I'm hoping maybe, you know, can we not sit here like that and try to attack people in the chat and their stories, and try to invalidate each other and try to tear each other down? It's crazy. Everybody's got a story to tell. We don't need to do that. Uh, yeah, guilty conscience damage control. Someone's bitter. Who cares who Dolly screws? He's not married. Shaking my head. You're gonna be sorry for these videos. Um, Thank you, Lisa K. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that so I can show my victim advocate that the type of minions that he has, the threats that they're spewing at me. This is why I've got the no third party contact clause. So like people like you who want to come and threaten me and harass me, all y'all are gonna do is just put Jimmy in jail. So thank you. Thank you for just making this process so much easier on me. You can think you're trolling me, you can think you're gonna scare me, but no, just fucking you're just screwing things up for him in the long run. Um, let's see. That's gonna be funny. I'm gonna regret these videos. Yeah, that's what he said too, and that's what helped get me the protective order, because he's gonna fuck me up over it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I don't think Jimmy truly knows the meaning of love. I don't. think that he feels love in his heart the way the majority of people feel love in their heart. You know, I think he does feel love, but it's just a limited conditional love that comes with strings attached to it to have that love. And it's sad that he'll never truly be able to experience just how heartwarming and soul soothing that true love can really be. Maybe, hopefully one day he'll find it. Maybe he's already found it. I don't know. I think he's just heartless and soulless. But that's just my opinion. And, like I said earlier, everybody has opinions. Some of them are like assholes. They stink. Maybe my opinion stinks. I'm just speaking on what I've seen in real life. Because a lot of you people attacking me, y'all are only seeing what Jimmy shows on camera, on Dolly Vision, that the image and the persona that he's portraying. Remember, he is an entertainer. I knew this man in real life. I seen him damn near almost every day for almost 2.5 years. So it's funny for people to come out at me and talk about Jimmy and try to defend Jimmy and try to discredit me when it's like, who are you? Oh, you've been in his chat for 3 months? Okay, and it's a little crazy. When it comes about the 31 that he's got a few, I mean, we're talking, he's been doing this for years. Years. Jimmy's been doing this um since he's first got his YouTube channel. He preyed on his first victims. There was a chick named Casey. Maybe there might have been chicks before that. I don't know. I know there were definitely chicks after that. I'm going to have a person who was in a band with him. I'm going to be doing an interview, like I've stated, for anybody who maybe missed it at the beginning. Somebody in real life is going to do an interview with me, and we're going to kind of set up this timeline of Jimmy's and, talk about the beginning before he even got on YouTube and set up a history of a pattern, repetition for everybody who may try to defend him or say, oh, he's not like this, or oh, it was just the internet got to his head. No, we're really going to put some good content and information out about this man. So I'm really hoping y'all stay tuned for this. If y'all want to cover it, y'all want to use my streams, y'all want to use my videos to talk about it. I'm not going to copyright anybody who wants to drag me, anybody who wants to use it for good. I'm not clipping nobody. Let's put it out there. Let's blow the internet up that when they Google Dolly Vision, they see Predator with it. That's my goal. Let's put this out here and make this awareness about this, about him. Yeah, I'm sure Rapper Jay's probably still in here. He's got multiple troll accounts, so I'm sure I booted him on one. He jumped in on another. Let's see. Yes, we are trying to break the cycle. Right now, everybody, like I said, I'm just in a position I can't mod anybody right now. I don't have that capability through StreamYard. Um, by the next live, I will go back and go ahead and mod people up going forward. Again, I'm not sure why I could before, but I can't now. You know, maybe I just can't figure it out. Like I said, again, I'm a little bit new with this, trying to figure all this out. Let me see. Again, anybody who's got any screenshots or anything like that, the email is drcultivator@gmail.com. It should be in the video description. It's also on the channel. Go ahead, send them in. I'm trying to, let's see. Let me see if I can go somewhere else. And I was hoping maybe I might be able to find hell where I could go ahead and mod somebody up. But I can't figure it out. So, all right, I'm going ahead and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and end this up so we can go ahead and get some mods going forward so we can stop some of this disruption in the chat. I hope everybody has a good night. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for their support, for coming over, listening to me, letting me be heard. I'm sorry for the people that were in the chat. If there was some infighting, if you've got trolled or anything like that, I'd prefer this platform to not be used like this. And I will go after this video post mod up. I thought Tammy was already modded up. There will be some people that are out there that I know I can trust and mod up. Um, and again, just thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I just kind of wanted to explain some things, put some stuff out there. Again, this one gentleman, damn it, I can't think of his name. The Stony Stone guy that was a mod for Jimmy. If anybody has any information on him and who he is and what's going on, please, please, please go ahead, send it to me. I'm curious who he is, what his story's about, what's going on with him. That somebody else brought up this affiliation. I think maybe we need to deep dive into that link and bring it to light. And, just anything that's being tossed to us, we need to remember to not look at it with blinders. Don't always take it for face value, but let's not discredit some of this information that's going out there because a lot of people try to discredit me, but I wasn't shutting up and I had plenty of receipts to just keep releasing them. So, any information that comes out, let's not try to discredit it. Let's try to maybe share it, talk about it, pull a Jimmy on it. Hey, there was this new article. Let's discuss it. Let's chop it up. Not necessarily saying we got to use his format, but let's use his tactic. So anything that's coming out about this man y'all want me to discuss, drop it in the Dr. Cultivator email. We'll do some research on it. Eventually, we'll go ahead and get the StreamYard up and running good. If somebody wants to come up on the panel, talk, share their story, and yeah, okay. So Stony Stone has his own YouTube channel. Well, apparently there's something, and it wasn't said because the person who gave this clue really wants us to do our research. And I don't think they just want me to do the research. The way they put it out there, I think they want everybody to do their own research. So I'm saying let's just research it together going forward. And see what's going on. I'm thinking somebody said he was a felon. But what were those felony charges? Were they some type of assault charges? Some SA charges? What's his story? Is there a certain type of circle he runs in that's, maybe dysfunctional or predatory as well? There's a reason this clue got thrown out, and I'm intrigued. I want to do some research. If y'all know and you don't think, you don't want your name associated with the information that you give me, I have no problem keeping it private, keeping your confidentiality. I'm all about that. So, let's just go from here going forward. Let's try to make these chats positive. I have no problem coming up here. I like to eventually, as somebody said earlier, to have some chats, some discussions where Jimmy isn't just the main focus. There's so many other topics we can talk on that we can bounce around, share ideas, bring awareness to. I'm all about that. So, on that note, guys, I hope y'all have a great evening. I look towards seeing y'all soon. And like I said, in a couple days, we're going to be dropping an interview. Local here, local boy from Chesapeake, or I guess not boy, man, that's doing me this favor. And, you know, then y'all can have some more notes to deep dive and compare notes on that. So it's going to get good. So everybody thinks, these videos are going to be my downfall with Jimmy. That's why I'm getting an indefinite protective order so I can keep exposing him. Legally, by law, for all you YouTube lawyers out there who say that I can't be doing this, that I'm breaking my protective order, I got legal advice. Yes, I can expose him. You know, that's rumor has it, allegedly, I heard, hearsay. As long as I say those words without speaking about my case, speaking about on anything else that I heard, I'm legally sound. I'm okay. I'm well within my rights. I'm not dragging the man. I'm not doxing him. You know, I'm not threatening him. I'm not doing anything like that. By law, I can talk about him. And I'm going to continue to talk about him. Because, like I told Jimmy, when all of this happened, that I will not do anything to harm you. I'm not going to get my hands dirty. I don't want that karma that comes with it. But I will. By the end of it, Jimmy, I will let everybody know what type of man you are. So I didn't just do this and he didn't know what I was going to do. I told him what I was going to do. Now, if he wants to keep threatening from there, well, you know, again, like I said, he's going to be his own downfall. So, on that light, everybody have a great Saturday night. I'm sure there's all types of good lives to go jump into, all types of good streams out there for your entertainment. And if y'all are jumping off of YouTube for the night, I hope everybody has a fun, blessed, safe night. And I'll see you on the flip side tomorrow.